Fishroom. I want to start this video off by saying I know I've been gone a long time. I've been working crazy hours, 6-7 days a week, 70-80 hours a week. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to make these videos. The most I could do is feed the fish, do water changes, and that was about it. But in late August, I ended up going on a vacation with my family to Hocking Hills, and kind of got me more interested in getting back into the hobby. So I thought, what better way than to get some new tanks. As you can see, you're sitting in front of one of my newest tanks, and in fact I've added 7. It's starting to become a problem. Now I wanted to film most of these setups that I've already done in these builds, but I could not find my camera, and since I have now found my camera, we can start making videos again. And I want to start making regular videos again. So I appreciate all of you that have stayed subscribed and patiently waited for a new video after all these months. So in this video we will go around over some of the updates, look at some of the tanks down here in the fish room, see how they've progressed and what's new, what's changed. I'll show you the new fish I've got here. All the fish in this tank are from Dan's Fish. Every one of them doing fantastic. Anyway, let's get into the video. So this is a 55-gallon aquarium, and if you've seen any of my build videos before, I built it the same as I do any of my other ones. I have topsoil underneath with sand over top. We have dwarf sage, some assorted crypts, some of which I got from LRB Aquatics, Lucas Brett's. If you've never seen any of his, look him up on YouTube. He's excellent. I can't imagine you've seen my videos and none of his though. And so in here we have some giant rabbit snails. We have Marseille rainbows. And then we have a pair of apistos in here. And they hide every time I come near the tank, but there is a pair of Ivanicara bimaculata in here. Well, hopefully we'll get some fry from them. I've also chose to grow some plants immersed out of the top of the tank, and hopefully they spread around. These are a type of pothos. I thought these were a lot more interesting than your standard pothos. Anyway, just driftwood and some black lava stone. And so far everyone in here is happy and healthy. In here is one of my new 40-gallon tanks. I decided to go with Iwagumi Scape, which is rocks and no driftwood, and a minimal number of plants. So all we have in here is dwarf sad. And in here are some penguin tetras, also from Dan's Fish. Now these aren't going to be in here forever, but they needed to grow out a bit before I can put them in the 120 upstairs. Otherwise they might just become angel food. And again I have another pothos growing out over here. There's also some reishi. And there's also a bristlenose pleco in here. Now on this rack, up above there's a 20 gallon, you can't barely see. It's still empty. And below it another 40 that is yet to be scaped. And we will hopefully do these ones on video so that you guys can see it. Now coming around the corner, there's the 55, but below that is another 55 that is still empty. So we will get to set that up. Now coming over here where we have the rack of 75s and the 90 gallon over here, we finally got another 75 for down here. And this I finished scaping and filled last night. So we're going to do a water change on this tonight. And also there needs to be more planting, and I will be doing daily water changes until the fish arrive, which I've already ordered more fish. Now looking up here, I've changed the lighting on the 90 gallon, and we're getting a lot less algae. It's not down to zero yet, but a lot less. Since I've removed it, it's pretty much stayed the same. Maybe a little more. But the dwarf sage carpet in here is doing amazing. The Aponigeton bovinianus could use a trim on the not so healthy leaves. I've also got a pothos growing above this one. Moving over to the 75 over here, the Aurelius barbs are doing awesome. I'm really glad I got those. The African leaf fish and the rope fish and all the bichers that are in here are happy and healthy. It's about time to remove some more of this Vallisneria that keeps wanting to creep towards the front. Now below that, the Jungle Val tank looks about the same as it always has, with the angel and the giant danios and the zebra loaches. I do eventually want to escape this so it's not just a jungle. Moving over, the guppy tank, still overgrown with Vallisneria. But looking in the top, there are a lot of guppies in there. Up above that, the 20 long with the Cari tetras and the cardinal tetras. Probably going to remove some of those Cari tetras soon. They're getting to be a lot in there. I started out with, I think,
2 or 3. And now I have no idea how many are even in there. Now this Bacopa's been in here for 6 years, and I've only had maybe 3 stems until maybe the last 4 months or so, and then it's gone nuts. I'm not sure why, but we're going to be trimming that and adding that to one of these other setups here soon. Moving over here, this 30-gallon decided to split, and I think we're just going to get rid of it. This is an old Hag and Take. I think it's a 30-gallon, maybe 40. I'm not sure. And over here we have another 75. This is new, but it has all the stuff from the 30-gallon in there, and there's one single Oscar that was a rescue. He's in here somewhere. Maybe we'll see him later. Over here you may remember the 60-gallon that we scaped. It is completely overgrown. The Vallisneria has traveled as it does, and really could use some maintenance here. But I've been stealing the dwarf sage out of here for all these new tanks. And in here I have a pair of black and red koi guppies that I've gotten from LR Brett's LRB Aquatics. So hopefully we can make a whole bunch of those. Moving over here, back to the 10s, the Limia perugiae. You can only see a couple, again because of all the val, but there are a ton of them in there. At least 20, 30 of them. Over here, the black shrimp, not reproducing a whole ton, but they do seem to be doing well in here. Moving to the right, this bottom 10 over here has all the swordtails that were in the 30-gallon. I had to move them over here. Above that, a cherry shrimp tank, which I'm probably going to remove these out of. These might become a fry tank in the future. Completely overgrown, a bit of algae in there. Above that is the betta tank. If we can find him in this mess. And then there's still a few bristlenose in here. We'll be cleaning that up here soon. Moving to the right, the 54 corner with the shell dwellers. These are the Similis. And then we have some Julie de Chromis. This tank looks good as always. And I've decided to go with some immersed grown plants here. This is a peace lily, and there's also some pothos in there that will hopefully do well and spread around. Now here we are at the 40 long. As you can see, the Congo tetras, huge and beautiful. The black emperor tetras have grown considerably, also look awesome, as do the epistos, which have bred in here. There are fry in here, not very many. They've been getting picked off, but there are a few that are hanging around. Now this tank could use a good trim and clean up, which we will be doing soon. But as you can see, since the last time we looked at this tank, very grown in. Tank has matured quite a bit. I'm not sure why this dwarf sage supposedly decided to grow so long. I will eventually be getting some Siamese algae eaters to hopefully munch on some of this hair algae throughout all of my tanks. I'm going to get a bunch of them. Oh, and below the 40 long is yet another 55. Now in the indoor ponds, I've decided to throw cherry shrimp in here, and now there are so many cherry shrimp in here. There's got to be probably at least 1,000. They're loving it in here. Bit of an algae island going on here. Now in the African cichlid pond, you wouldn't be able to tell if there's anything in here until you feed them. Just a quick update for you. We're getting more in depth with more of these tanks, and we'll be doing some more builds, and I'm going to keep regular videos coming for you. I've got a shipment of fish coming in. I'm not sure when. I've already paid for them, but I haven't gotten confirmation or a shipping date yet. And these are going to be from Moonlight Aquatics. There's another fish store out in Washington. Good so far, good reviews, good prices, and I'll let you know what I think. But you can never go wrong getting fish from Dan's Fish. It is maybe a little more expensive, but he will not ship out
a bad fish. He won't ship out one that's sick. So we're going to end this video out here. But thanks for watching. More content to come. And I'll leave you with some videos of my vacation. So hopefully what inspired me can inspire you. Till next time.